अगर सेल्स डिवाइड करना बंद कर दें तो हम ग्रो कैसे करेंगे? Imagine just staying the exact same size you were on the day you were born. It's a terrifying thought, right? But thankfully, our bodies have a phenomenal, highly advanced system to keep us growing and healing. आज के इस futuristic session में आपका स्वागत है. Step right into our cinematic, microscopic laboratory. Today, we are going to decode the ultimate secret of life itself. We are talking about the incredible machinery that allows a single tiny dot of life to become, well, you.
Okay, let's pull up today's mission map. We're covering shrinking into cell city, what is cell cycle, the factory prep phases, a critical need alert for DNA synthesis, and finally, getting ready for the split.
Let's kick things off with part 1, shrinking into cell city. I want you to visualize this with me. Imagine we hit a high-tech button on our suits and shrink down to the microscopic level. The world around us transforms into a bustling, futuristic metropolis. This is where our master blueprint comes to life. It is wild to think about, but all organisms, even the absolute largest ones, like a massive blue whale or a towering banyan tree, start their life from just a single cell. Growth and reproduction are the fundamental characteristics of cells. Each parental cell gives rise to 2 daughter cells every single time they divide. Egg, single parental cell divide hoke, do daughter cells banati hai. It's absolute magic, but it's real biology.
And these newly formed daughter cells, they don't just sit there. They themselves grow and divide, creating a massive chain reaction. ये growth और division का loop चलता ही रहता है. By repeating these cycles of growth and division, that one single starting cell can eventually form a massive, complex structure consisting of literally millions, actually trillions of cells. It's like building an entire megacity starting from just one single brick.
Moving on to part 2, what is cell cycle?
Now that we know cells divide to build this futuristic city, we have to ask the big question, आखिर ये cycle चलता कैसे है? What is the mechanism that keeps this whole operation running smoothly without turning into total chaos? Well, cell division is a very important process, but it's not just a random splitting of a balloon. During division, DNA replication and cell growth also take place. All of these processes have to be perfectly coordinated. Why? To ensure correct division and the formation of progeny cells containing completely intact genomes. If the factory workers just started splitting things randomly, we'd have a total disaster. It has to be highly coordinated to make sure every new cell gets a perfect, intact copy of the instruction manual.
So the crucial point is this official definition. The cell cycle is the sequence of events by which a cell duplicates its genome, synthesizes the other constituents of the cell, and eventually divides into 2 daughter cells. Honestly, just imagine the sheer stress this cell is under. एक छोटी सी cell को अपना पूरा genome perfectly duplicate करना है. That is, millions of data points, no typos allowed. While simultaneously building more cytoplasm and organelles, it is literally the ultimate multitasking challenge.
All right, part 3, the factory prep phases. To handle all this stress and get the job done right, the cell operates exactly like a high-tech manufacturing plant. Before any final product can be shipped out, you have to build the factory floor, hire the workers, and gather all the raw materials. This prep time is known as interphase. Let's break down these prep phases. Think of synthesizing constituents and duplicating the genome as happening in specialized factory zones. First, we have the G1 phase. Factory में production से पहले machinery तो चाहिए ना? G1 is where the cell initially grows and gathers basic raw materials. Then comes the S phase, the synthesis phase. This is the highly secure laser-guarded vault of the factory where the master blueprint, the DNA, is actually copied. Finally, we hit the G2 phase, where the cell does even more growth and final quality checks before the big split.
Now for part 4, NEET alert, DNA synthesis.
Okay, major alert right here, everyone. Sab log dhyan se suno, because examiners absolutely love to trick students on this exact concept. We are making a big deal out of this because you cannot afford to miss it. Here is the trap. Cell growth, specifically in terms of cytoplasmic increase, is a continuous process. The cell is pretty much always making more jelly and parts for itself. But DNA synthesis occurs only during one specific stage in the cell cycle. Bahut log yahan faste hain. They think everything happens all at once. Nope. Cytoplasm grows continuously, but copying the precious DNA is strictly locked down to that one specific S phase.
Quick pop-up quiz time right now. Let's force that active recall. I'll give you 3 seconds. Is cell growth, the cytoplasmic increase, a continuous process, or does it happen in one specific stage? 3, 2, 1. It is a continuous process. Boom! Dimag mein lock kar lo isko. You literally just secured an easy mark for your future exams.
And finally, part 5, ready for the split.
All right, the alarms are off, the vault is secure, the factory is prepped, materials are gathered, and DNA is flawlessly duplicated. A final showdown ka time aa gaya hai. The source material tells us that the replicated chromosomes are then distributed to daughter nuclei by a complex series of events during cell division.
Picture this in your mind like a glowing, futuristic hologram inside the cell. The copied chromosomes are lining up, getting ready to be perfectly and mathematically sorted into two brand new daughter cells. It is just a breathtaking cellular dance.
But wait, there is one final critical rule here. These events are themselves under strict genetic control. कोई भी गलती की गुंजाइश नहीं है. This entire factory tour, from the continuous growth to the specific DNA copying to the complex distribution, is heavily regulated. The cell has checkpoints and genetic managers constantly monitoring the floor to prevent disastrous mutations or uncontrolled division. It truly is a masterpiece of biological engineering.
So, the factory is fully prepped, the DNA is flawlessly copied, and the genetic controllers have given the green light. But how exactly does the cell mechanically pull off this final, complex split? What does this cellular dance actually look like under the microscope? Well, my friends, that is an immense cliffhanger. To find out the mind-bending mechanics of mitosis and meiosis, आपको हमारी next explainer में आना पड़ेगा. Until then, keep growing, keep dividing your big tasks into small ones, and stay curious.